Hello, beautiful ones. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Just wanted to make a quick video on something that's been coming up for me, and it's something that is coming up for all of us, really. And it's this invitation that is always available to us. And the invitation is a kind of opening that allows us to connect to a deeper aspect of ourselves. And it's something that I've realized that the universe is always working with us to wake us up. And what is it waking us up to? It's waking us up to the truth of who we are, the truth of what we are, the truth of why we're here, and the opportunity that we have in each and every moment to wake up to the truth of who we are, to wake up to the love that we are and that we have within, and to stop seeing ourselves as being separate from one another, to stop seeing ourselves as other, but to see that we are in fact all brothers and sisters, again, all of the same source. There's nothing outside of us. Everything is actually happening inside of us. Everything that you're seeing outside of you is a reflection of all that is as it's playing out at this time. And during this particular cycle that we're in right now, we are actually leaving or shedding behind that separation. Although it may seem, as you look at it, that things are getting worse, in fact, things are being uncovered and are being brought to the light, to be healed, to be cleared, and to be understood fully, and whatever else needs to be done. But when we only focus on the separation and the bad, when we only focus on the bad things that are going on, we miss out on the greater invitation, which is to see the love, to see the goodness, to see things from a more balanced point of view. Yes, there are bad things that are happening, but there are also just as many, if not more, good things that are happening. And just as we maybe have gone backwards in some ways, we have also moved forward. And a lot of the movement forward that we have made may not be as apparent until a little bit later on. So the invitation that I speak of is the invitation to remember again who you are, to return to yourself, to see that you're always meeting yourself in each and every moment. There is no other. You are always meeting yourself in each and every moment. And this is not a metaphor. This is real. This is real. We are meeting ourselves in each and every moment. So knowing that, how do we want to see ourselves? How do we want to treat ourselves? Can we forgive ourselves? And I know a lot of the times it's difficult, even more difficult for us to forgive ourselves for the things that we have done. And if we were to understand that a lot of the reasons why we do the things that we do comes from a place not of wanting to do harm, but of suffering, but of trauma, but of different circumstances, whether it be free choice or not, that someone reacted or acted in ways that they did. And when we are able to have compassion for ourselves because we didn't know what we know now, and because maybe we acted out of a place of fear, of pain, or anger, and it wasn't maybe from a good place, and maybe we couldn't see the whole full picture and we made bad choices. but can we forgive ourselves, and can we use the same energy that we use to judge ourselves to grow and to work on forgiving ourselves, even if that means you saying to yourself that you wish to forgive yourself, you creating even a small opening, a little pinhole of, well, maybe I can have a little bit of compassion for myself because maybe I was going through something tough during that time. And this is not to make any excuses for the choices that we make, because ultimately we do have to deal with the choices that we made, and so it's not escaping that, but it's having a little bit of mercy on ourselves and practicing that towards others, having mercy towards our brothers and sisters whom we don't know, what circumstances led to them making the decisions that they made, and practicing that mercy and that forgiveness with ourselves. But I encourage us all to open our hands and our hearts and accept that invitation that is coming from within you. And the invitation is to return home, to return to your love, to return to unity, to remember who you are, to remember that you're always meeting yourself, to remember that you're never alone. Even during the darkest, deepest moments in your life, you're never alone. Remembering that you are loved and being welcomed, always being welcomed, always our source is always reaching out to us, always with an open arms, and it's up to us whether we accept that invitation, where we can find some answers, where we can find some peace, or we can find that some love, and realizing that that's something that exists within us at all times, even during the worst of times, and finding strength and finding answers during times of confusion or during times of darkness. And in realizing that you have that within you now, that there isn't anything that you need to do, anything that you need to achieve. You don't have to become enlightened in some special way to do this, to connect to yourself, to your source. There's this program of unworthiness, and that a lot of us have had here on this planet, and it's one that I'm hoping that we're continuing to shed and continuing to grow our consciousness, and realizing the truth about a lot of this program, such as shame being one of them, lack being one of them, fear being another one of them, that they have served their purpose, but now they're no longer necessary for us to grow. And so they were necessary at one point, and it's I'm glad that we have so many different ways in which the life and teaches us or works with us in a way that we have this available to us. But at the same time now, a lot of those are becoming obsolete, and we're moving forward in something new. And that's what happens is you start to grow your consciousness within, and you start to notice that turns into changes that are manifested outside. So for example, you maybe have some habits, or maybe you have some things that are not working anymore, and as a result of you having this going through this awakening process, you transform those things, you change those things, and so it does require some action on your part. And what you start to notice is that as you transform, you notice that there are changes in the what we would consider the external world, and that there's something changing, the way that people treat you, the way that people talk to you, sometimes even the way that people look, and it's because you are changing inside, internally. You are changing, you're transforming, you're returning to who you truly are, and you're remembering yourself. And so we would call the outside world, the external world, begins to reflect that change as you change. And that's why it's so important for us to each and individually do our part, and realize how important our part is during this time, during this shift on this planet, how important it is for us to be here, how important each and one of us is, and how grateful and magnificent it actually is to be here during this time, and to be able to witness this, and to be so brave to be able to do this. I think it takes some of the bravest souls to be here. So I honor you. I appreciate you. I send you all so much love to every being, to every being on this planet, to every being wherever they may be. I love you. Bless you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being. Have a good day, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.